My whole family's full of builders. My parents were builders. Uncle David's a builder. Aunt Mary's a builder. Aunt Patsy's a builder. Cousin Peter's a builder. They all do new construction. So this has sort of always been in my blood. I guess it was probably just the way that I was brought up, that you respect the police, you respect your first responders, and you respect the soldiers that, quite honestly, have given us the freedom and the opportunity for me as an American to have the freedom to start my own company. And a number of years ago, I wanted to start a program where I could give something away to a veteran, whether it be a roof or siding or what have you. Last year, I made sure that I made time and I started Operation Payback. Operation Payback is where we give a roof away every year to a veteran. At the present time, I'm working with my cousin, Mike Delpreet, who supplies the dumpsters free of charge for the job. I've got a supplier, Heritage Wholesalers out of Braintree, that'll supply the materials free of charge for the job. And of course, I'll take care of everything as far as the permitting and the crew, free of charge. All they've got to do is they go to my website, beantownhi.com/payback, and all they need to do is, if you're a veteran, go in and register. Come October, we randomly choose someone, and we put up a new roof.
My name's John Palomino. I spent 20 years on active duty with the United States Air Force. I would highly recommend BEANTOWN Home Improvement. He really appreciates, I guess, the service members and their families and everything that they've gone through over the years. And you know, it's nice to be recognized and see that there are some people that really do appreciate the things that we've done. I was at work one night and he called me and said, "Hey, congratulations, we're going to come out and replace your roof for you."
We give a 20% discount to all military veterans, all day. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard.
Any questions I had, he was always willing to sit down and talk. He never said, "Oh, I can't, do anything with it right now," or what have you. He was real personal, and he's just a great guy. This past year, we got the Guild Quality 2017 award. The only company here is a remodeling company for roofing in the entire South Shore of Massachusetts. Angie's List, we've won that every single year that I have advertised with Angie's List. I'm a consultant. I am not like these larger companies that send a salesman into a home that sits down with a homeowner and, quite honestly, pushes you to buy. Not only have I never been like that, but I've had, you go to a timeshare and they try to sell you. That turns me off so much it isn't funny. So I always said to myself, I can't be that person. So when a homeowner calls up and says, "Hey, I'm looking for roofing, siding, windows, and doors," okay, we set an appointment. I show up. I show up when I say I'm going to show up. If I'm running early, I let them know. If I'm running late, I let them know. So expectations are set from the start. And when we get there, it's really a question and answer piece. I don't walk in with samples right off the bat. I walk in trying to figure out who they are. Okay, you need a new roof, or you want a new roof. Is it leaking? No, it's not leaking. Okay, well then why do you want a new roof? Well, it's getting close to that time, or we want to put siding on the house and the roof is red. We don't want a red roof with a gray house. Okay, so I'm trying to understand their needs and how they're getting to calling me. From that standpoint, then we can figure out, all right, what do you want for roofing? What do you want for siding? Have you thought about windows and doors? Again, most of what I do is not presentation. It's questions and listening. And once we get to a certain point where I feel like I have enough information, then I can walk out in my truck, grab my samples that might fit within the discussion that we've had, and present it. I had one gentleman, John Ferraro, that took 3 to 4 months to decide on the color of the siding. And I said, "John, why don't I just get you a couple of panels? You can nail them to the front of your house, you can stare at them for a month." And he said, "Jim, that's a great idea." And he did exactly that. 3 months later, we signed a contract, and he was almost apologetic for taking so long. And like I told him, I said, "John, I don't care if you work with me now or next year. The last thing I ever want to do is start a job and have a homeowner be unhappy because I pushed them into something." And I think that's why homeowners are happy with me. I think that's why homeowners have no regret. I've never had buyer's remorse. I've never had a contract canceled. Give him a call, because they're not going to be disappointed with the work and the craftsmanship that he puts into what he does.
We start a job, we're there till it's done, period.